You're gonna do that. Oh, do we finally get to see Pishi as a CPU? I think this is the scene. We would have been screwed. Yes, we will. We have Plutia on our team. And Plutia really wants the smoke, though. It's still funny to me that she's 5'1". The Neptunia cast is a bunch of really short people. Plutia is supposed to be really tall. She's 5'1". I mean, she was. I'm still standing by the fact that they could have just thrown Mr. Bad into the lava and ended that plot point here. That's so evil. That's so evil. Time to have some fun. Will it work on her? Pishi for the save. I think this is a forced loss, so it's not like I can do anything about this. Finally, after 105 episodes, we finally get to see Yellowheart. Oh my god, it took forever to get here. They really hit her. Damn, that's a nice CG. Okay, I have the thumbnail now. That has to be the weirdest introduction. My identity. That's probably one thing about Neptune in this game. She does, at times, not always, but at times she'll point out why a joke is funny, and that's not as entertaining. Still, I would rather this story than the one Game Maker tried to pull. I don't know, it's like Game Maker Evolution is one of those games where I enjoyed the gameplay of it, but I wasn't big on the story. And that motorcycle was not the best thing in the world. What? Oh, right, that's the scene from the anime. Damn. They really got her. That's it? You know, I'm thinking about it. Had I just decided to go out of my way to do as many side quests as possible before continuing the story, we probably wouldn't have seen this part of the game until episode 135. Minimum. Because there was a time where I was considering doing all outfits and doing every single possible side quest and every single plan, and I'm like, man. It's crazy how much more you're willing to do in a video game when you're not a full-time employee. I was employed, but not full-time. Now I am employed full-time, and this is, it really does change your perspective, I gotta tell you. Because I was in college, I did some part-time stuff, and then, you know, I had more time at that point. Even though I had exams and tests to study for, I still ended up with more time than I do today. And I don't know why. Because I work for full-time. I often do stay over to do some overtime to get work done. But otherwise, it doesn't, I don't get it. Maybe it's because the work I do is actually difficult compared to what I was doing at school. But man, it's just been crazy, you know? It's like, ever since that, I've become more concerned with how I manage my time. And I don't know how to feel about it. Because that might change how I feel about RPGs. Because part of me is like, man, I love me some 100-hour RPGs. I love me some 300-hour RPGs. But nowadays, I don't know. It just feels weird. That is a horrible mentality to have regarding someone else's life. Yeah, teamwork. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've been on this playthrough for freaking 3 years. Okay, let's do this. Okay, we're supposed to lose this, by the way. Can I win? No shot I can win this. I think I can. Wait. I think I can win this! If I can win this, that's crazy. Do I have anything to increase attack? I don't think so. Okay. Okay, so we heal up. Then... You're lightning, so I can't use lightning against you. How much damage is this? Oh! Oh, okay, so the forced loss is gonna be a victory. Okay. Isn't the whole thing with Yellowheart that she's significantly more broken than the main cast? What is going on? That might be it. Maybe I've just been... Maybe I'm too deep into this. Maybe I'm just too broken. 'Cause she's missing! Domination right there. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to lose. What? We'll just whip her until she can't feel it. Oh my gosh. I like how Nepgear is still saying, hey, you two, we are not resorting to murder. Nepgear, we were taking 0 damage. What do you mean? You know, that has to be really weird. From their perspective, it's like, where's this nation from? I know it's she's using a crystal, but from their perspective, that's what they gotta be thinking. What is Iris Heart's damage? I get that she's a sadist, but at the same time, what is going on? Oh shoot, it's gonna be an animated cutscene, I believe. Yes, it is. This is what I mean. We need more scenes like this and the ones in V2. I think that this series would greatly benefit from fully animated cutscenes. I know that people still like the whole visual novel thing, but I think the series has progressed to a point where we could go beyond that. I completely forgot I gave everyone different outfits. Damn. You know, maybe it was a good thing that they didn't kill Mr. Bad, because if they found out that they threw Mr. Bad into the lava, then they probably would have said just off them. I think Peachy would have done it without hesitation. Wait, what level am I supposed to be for this point in the game? I have no idea anymore. Because the idea is that's supposed to be a lost cause fight. You're not supposed to win that, I believe. Unless I'm misremembering this game. I don't know. What do you mean? We absolutely pwned her! I think it's a retranslation, as in it's closer to the original, but it still keeps the quirks of the English dub. I think that's what the retranslation is. It's not a complete translation. It's a localization. But at least this is localization, I think, is more effective than, say, a lot of the modern localizations of other anime games. I think a problem I have with a lot of modern anime games is that their localization is just terrible. Like, it's one thing to have localization as in, let's say, Ranma 1/2, where he goes like, Doko ni onna ga, or something like that. So it's like, where am I a woman? And you know, they translate it to, well, they would localize it to, how does that make me a woman? That would make sense. But in the Ranma 1/2 remake, he says the same thing, Doko ni onna ga, or something like that. And then and then the translation subtitles would say, liking glows isn't girly? And I'm just confused at that. Abnus is still here! How far am I in this game? I have no idea. Thank you, Istuar. What kind of microphone is this? You know, it does bother me to listen to my old playthroughs because I'm using the old microphone. This is microphone number 4. I'm using a Blue Yeti finally. Whereas before I was using a Samsung satellite, and then prior to that I was using a Logitech headphone, and then prior to that I was using the most old headset you could think of. I'm talking, this is a headset from probably 02, maybe 03 I was using. And it just had the worst audio quality. At least now, with how it is right now, it's gonna be a lot better. Although, man, I think I'm gonna have to do like a supercut of this after I finish the playthrough, and it's just the highlights from each episode. That's gonna be a massive file. I think just the highlights would be 10 hours, no? I don't know how long this playthrough is. That's crazy. You know, I'm honestly surprised that Abnus is here, and they're just, you know... Oh, right, I remember now. Sorry, it's been 9 months. Oh my gosh, it's been 9 months. I remember now, is that Abnus left because she couldn't handle the fact that they were experimenting on children. So that makes sense. I would like a game which just has Uranus and Ray, you know, as the ancient CPUs, but the Hyperdimension versions. I think that would be really cool. And if I recall correctly from the Dream in V2, wasn't Vert at one point a Louis candidate? I'm trying to remember the exact text, but I can't at the moment. What? In order to counter the CPUs trying to protect their interests. Oh, okay. You know, I gotta be honest, this form of announcement I think is funnier than the one that they use in the anime, where she just grabs a giant piece of paper like a scroll and just reads it out loud, and it sounds forced. It's like, wait a minute, you mean to tell me that one of the children actually succeeded and became a goddess? That's crazy. Hey, that was, such a change. You know, from their perspective, they gotta realize, man, we're kind of screwed here. The Seven Sages have a goddess that is so powerful, she managed to take out the entire group by herself in one go. That has to be really demoralizing. Yeah! Chapter 6 is really short when you're not doing the quest, isn't it? Okay. Let's do this. Chapter 7.
大陸中の人たちの注目を集めました。注目が集まるってことはシェアも集まりやすいですから。
Okay.
私たちにはすごく切実な問題です。もちろん裏では汚いことなんかもやっていて、お姉ちゃんたちと私はそれを止めるためにいろいろ頑張って。
View all of R4's eggplant scenes at the beginning of chapter 9 in Platoon, denoted by the question mark icon, and view all 6 of Ray Memories events. So that has to be done in chapter 9. So I can play through chapter 7 normally and not have any issues. And the way I'm planning on doing this is I'll just continuously go through the story as it's laid out. But damn, I'm still thinking about it. Okay? I'm still thinking about how long this playthrough would have been. This playthrough, had I decided to continue my goal of 100%ing it, probably would have been 300 episodes. Jokes aside, it probably would have hit the 300 mark. I think I would have had a playthrough so long it would rival the likes of Etho's Lab and Stampy from Minecraft. I think it would have. I genuinely think it would have been that long. I don't know. And no, I'm not doing victory for the channel, guys. Victory will have to be done way later. 10 years? 10 years passed? That's crazy. That means that they allowed Pishi to gain hold of people. They're not adults though. They were 5 as kids, so that would make them 15. Wait, what was the age of adulthood in Japan in the 1980s? I'm gonna look that up. Not right now. I'll look that up later. Oh, isn't this is I believe it's only in the remake where we get a scene where IF like straight up cries about the fact that she pissed herself in front of Plutia. That was crazy. I still don't get why they allowed Eden to go. I get that Yellowheart would have stopped them as a group, but had they just... No, but then again, if Yellowheart just showed up and they were separated, they would have just been killed, wouldn't they have? I'm trying to think about how they allowed Yellowheart to stay in control for 10 years. Don't you think they would have hunted down the 7 sages with some espionage tactics? Sir Copy! Yes! Yeah! Well, I mean, in the 10 years, they probably would have done that. Yeah, because Sir Copy is sentient. I think Plutia might be the reason behind why some of these cutscenes are so long. She speaks so slowly. I don't even think I'm gonna go after side quests anymore. I've done enough side quests. Okay, we already hit the level cap with some of these characters. I think I'm good to just play through the main story. I will probably do some disc making though, just to give my characters a better abilities to fight. And I might also buy the bangles so that I'll increase their stats. Because I've noticed that even though my stats are ridiculously high, enemies aren't dying easily. They keep surviving multiple hits. Hmm.
よその教会のことにあまり口出しをするものでもありませんし、ブランが良いのでしたら何も言いませんけれど。ブラン
さん、この人分解してみちゃダメですか？
Nepgear! No!
なんて物騒なことを言い出す女の子なんだ。
Nepgear is one of the most terrifying characters. If you really think about it, her being the winner in the conquest ending really is the bad ending. Because with no one to stop her, she would become a tyrant. A straight up tyrant. Yes, Nepgear individually would have been good, but without anyone stopping her, after a while she would have been more corrupt than probably R4 herself. They're eating celery? No wonder they're so skinny. They eat healthy food.
あなたは下がっていいわ。ご苦労様。
了解。お茶のおかわりが欲しくなったらいつでも呼んでくれよ。
とは言いましても、話し合うことなんてほとんどありませんのよね。
だよね。相変わらず向こうの女神には負けっぱなしだし、おっさんのモンスターには手出しできないし。
True.
何もできないまま時間だけが過ぎちゃってる感じ。
こうしてたまに集まっても愚痴を言い合うしかできていない。
だからって。
What? Wait, yeah, they've just been getting together for 10 years just to, you know, complain to each other about what they're gonna do. I'm honestly surprised Plutia hasn't just, you know, whipped them into shape at that point. Listen, I get a lot of people had issues with Plutia's character in this game. I don't. I actually think that this Plutia is actually a, you know, properly written character, despite the comedy around her. But it does seem to me that it really does feel like after this and then V2, the story just seemingly stopped trying until Sister vs. Sisters came out. So that was the 2021 game. 2022 for USA, I think. It might have been 2023, I don't remember. We had to wait upwards of 7 years or so before the story took itself seriously again. And that's, again, my issue with this series, is that when the story itself is actually trying to take itself seriously while having some levity in it, the series is at its best in terms of writing. But the problem with a lot of the spin-offs, unless it's Super Neptunia RPG, the writing really hasn't been hitting it with me. I don't think I laughed a single time during my RPG playthrough or my For Goddess Online playthrough, stuff like that. For Goddess Online was actually good though. It was an evolution of the Tamsoft system, and I respect that. I don't know how I'm gonna record For Goddess Online. I don't know if I want to do it with console or with computer. I could do both. That's not a problem. I'm trying to think about which one I want to do. Yeah, I know you're just spitting out dialogue in a circle, Blonde. We've been here for hours. Literal hours of my life. Going through this RPG from hell. What? What?
ただでさえ声が大きいんだから大声を出すなと言ってあるわよね。
おっと、ついうっかり。でも腹の底から思いっきり大声を出すと気分がスカッとするな。
I guess.
ああ、それわかるかも。
そうか、わかってくれるか。
What are we doing in this plot? I think this is why a lot of people didn't like Rebirth 3 and Victory's writing. Because it spends a lot of time meandering and stuff like this. Even though I did praise the original Neptunia over Rebirth 1 and Reverse for having scenes that don't necessarily relate to the plot and do meander a bit, the difference between those is that it forwarded a subplot. Okay, a side quest. They had that in the middle. That's what the character building was. But here, I don't think there's any side quest that relates to this scene.
でも、もしあのモンスターが出てきてたら、
You know, I think after 10 years, they would have gotten used to the idea that... They would have gotten used to the idea of just, you know, offing the monsters. I don't think they would have cared too much.
ごちそうさま。
気をつけるんだぞ。俺様はここでみんなのことを応援しているからな。
Yeah, okay. What is the Violet series? The Wii series.